Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 25, and today we are returning with another two big games in the Serie A with our Italians, and maybe some more transfer business as well, because as we start today's episode off, we are going to start off by seeing that there is a bid here for Mattia Zaccagni from Carpi. You want to take him for £3.3 million, and I'm not against selling this guy. He's not played that much since we signed him midway through last season. That is over his valuation, and he's unhappy as well, so not against getting rid of the guy. But just real briefly before we get into that, there are two games today, as I mentioned there, and they're both in the Serie A. We've got Salerno at home, sorry, and I'm really excited for that, as we'll take on Moses Oggia, and also Sassuolo, which is away from home as well. So yeah, two big games, and also the Zaccagni interest as well, which we'll start off with. Carpi want to take him. I'm going to negotiate and see if we can get a little bit more money out of them, but that might be a deal that goes through there. I'm not against selling him, even if we can't get more than 3.3 mil. So in that case, you're probably sitting there thinking, why bother negotiating? Why just not accept the 3.3 mil? But every penny counts in an RTG career mode. I'm sure you guys know that as well, so we want to get as much as we can. We're going to ask Carpi to up the bid to 4.5 mil or 4.4. Meet in the middle, 4.45 mil, and we should see what Carpi say to that deal. I'm a little bit worried they're going to pull out negotiations straight away. They're going to say no, 3.3 mil, that's their final offer and a 2% sell-on clause. The sell-on clause is not even worth including, really, since it's so low. So we'll remove that, and even though it was their final offer, I'm going to ask them to up it a little bit more. We're going to ask them for 3.75 mil, and if they accept that counter offer, they can have him. And yeah, they're going to say yes to that deal. 3.75 million for Zaccagni, and he may be on his way to Carpi. So why say it was your final offer if you're going to put another one in? Come on, mate, you can't bluff me. Well, I wasn't planning on selling any players in this January window unless they were already on the transfer list, but 3.75 million for Zaccagni is not that bad. And there's now a bid here for Marson, our young goalkeeper that came back from loan the last episode, which we're going to accept straight off the bat as we have no use for him right now. But there's still no guarantee he's going to leave anyway. I've discussed it a couple of times now. Transfer talks break down so often in this year's career mode. Wouldn't be surprised if he rejects the move and stays here, but we'll find out anyway. I think I'd prefer the cash, really, but we'll have to wait and see. Will we find out before the Salerno game? Or, yeah, transfer talks have indeed broken down as they couldn't reach agreeable terms. How often does that happen in this year's career mode, man? It's so frustrating. But there's a bit here for Magia as well. I want to take him for 6.9 mil. That's under his valuation. This guy's regularly in the first team. Now, I'm not actually against letting this guy go because we've got a decent academy batch of players coming through. And we've already got a decent youth CM as well. Magia could potentially be one of those disposable players that go. Maggiore is waiting in the wings as well to get some first-team football as well. And I'm not sure Magia's potential is even that high. Plus, the Cagnis decide to stay here as well. I'm not against letting Magia go. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Magia a lot. He's progressing very nicely, but I've got a sneaky little plan here, and that is to place Rolando Mandragora in the DM area if we sell this guy, and then promote Mariani, our potential special centre-back, into the CB role to play alongside Bonifazi in this team. Now, Alessandro is valued at £7 million. The bid that Gennaro have put in is under the valuation, which we're not going to sell him to them for. So we're going to ask for £8 million. That's $1 million over his valuation, and see what they say to that. They're going to say the same bid, 6.9 mil. Why? That's under his valuation. You're not going to get him for that cheap, mate. Come on, don't waste my time. We're going to put in a new bid then. Okay, we'll be fair. We'll be fair. 7.5 mil, and see what they say to that. And, oh, okay, well, yeah, straight away, 7.5 mil, that's half mil over his valuation, and they'll take him. All right, that's fair enough for me, I'm okay with that. Probably could have got more now thinking about it, but Magia is a good player, but I really want to utilise Rolando in his more natural role, which, even though he's CM, I think with his range of stats, he'd be the ideal defensive midfielder in this team, with those medium-high work rates as well. I think he'd be perfect in this sort of role, and that means we can put Mariani into the first team alongside Bonifazi, as he is left-footed, medium-high work rate, 6'4", 16-year-old with potential to be special. I'm thinking long-term for club and country, and whilst I do like Murgia, I'm just not sure how much better he's going to get, even though he is just 22 years old and still improving every season. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We've accepted the bid now, so to Murgia, and if he stays, he stays, and I'm happy with that. If he leaves, and I'll be happy with that too. It's up to him. So first game today, it is indeed Salerno at home, and Rolando Mandragora will be starting in that DM area for the first time with Mariani in the CB role as well. I want to see whether this experiment's going to work. I think it will, but if it doesn't, then maybe I'll have my fingers crossed, hoping that Murgia turns down the move to Genoa. I guess I'll have to wait and see. But to Salerno, first game today, and yes, Moses Odja is in the starting 11 for the visitors today. Let's get another win and back-to-back victories for the first time in a while. I just feel like this is the right thing to do, as Odja is shrugged off the ball by Barella there. Well done, Nicolo. And Lofaso finds Cutrone. Mandragora seems so much better in the CB role, or so it appears, but CM is his natural position. And Keane, off the crossbar by Keane, and then Lofaso can't pull the trigger. I just feel as though moving into CDM is the best of both worlds. It suits him a little bit better, playing closer to his natural role. And also Mariani being in the team as well, potentially too special. It would be silly not to use that 16-year-old in the first team on a more regular basis. Good tackle by Bonifazi, and now Mandragora with a ball roll takes it around one, gives it to Melagoni, who finds Barella to Cutrone. Now Moise Keane, good first touch, tries to get himself free and into the area. That's a free kick, referee, thank you very much. And a chance at a strike from just outside the area. Should just be a booking. And you saw in the last episode, I'm absolutely trash at free kicks, so not expecting much, but maybe a chance here to test the goalkeeper and try and bend it in and over the wall. I'll give it to Barella, who scored so far our first and only free kick in this series. I'll try and get it in from 23 yards. Oh, it has gone in! I was going to say it's not a bad effort, it's a great effort. It's found the back of the net, and Nicolo Barella, the captain of Palermo, puts us a goal up with his second free kick goal of the series. Get in! Man, I am rubbish at free kicks, but Barella has clearly got the ability, man. He bends it through the wall, I think. Nice little multi-angle replay here as well, as it goes into the back of the net. It's a lovely strike by the people's captain, and that's a brilliant goal, just over the wall and in at the near post. 1-0, and what a strike by Nicolo, our first ever Palermo player to make the Italy squad, and you see why. 4 goals for the season. He's been one of our best players this year. Well, we said we wanted him to be more aggressive this season, and he certainly is. 4 goals already. I think that's double what he got for the whole of last season. He's made the Italy squad twice now. You made him captain. I'm so glad you did. You made the right call, guys, as he storms forward again here. Nicolo Barella inside the area with the step over. Finds space to shoot. Good save by the goalkeeper, but Keane can't turn the rebound. He's headed away, but straight to Melagoni. Oh, yes! Melagoni! What a goal! Shushes the camera lens, makes it 2-0. And says to Nicolo, anything you can do, I can do better. What a strike. Oh, I love this Palermo team. It should have been 2-0 there. Great save by the goalkeeper. And I thought Keane was going to turn it in, but he didn't. It was only 1-0 for a split second. So it was cleared straight to Melagoni, just inside the area. And that is a wonderful goal. A contender for goal of the series. Absolutely sensational strike. 2-0 to Palermo. Who needs Murgia when our current midfielders are so good? Good chance here for Salerno to half the deficit and get back in the game. 6 minutes after the restart, cross to the back stick. Calabria can't win it. Good save by Cragno, but the rebound is turned in and our defensive woes continue. Cragno made the save initially, but just like our second goal, we couldn't get the danger fully away, and Salerno right back in the game. I don't know what it's going to take for us to be a good defensive unit again, but anything we're trying right now just isn't working, so we need to keep on outscoring our opponents if we are to keep on getting these 3 points, because clean sheets aren't going to be coming anytime soon, as Calabria is on the ball, pokes it through to Melagoni. Great chance here for a 3rd goal. Melagoni inside. Oh, Keane, lovely! But Sitolas denied by a great save. Keane with the tummy through his legs, and Salerno escaped. That should have been 3-1, but what a stop. So corner for Palermo. Can we rack these points up here with 14 minutes to go? Barella takes it. Keane heads it. Oh, wonderful goal as well. Moise Keane has confirmed the victory for Palermo. It's our first win at Sicily since November, and a really great display here against Salerno for our first back-to-back wins since November as well. Moise Keane gets his goal, stays top scorer of the competition with his 13th of the year. 3-1, points in the bag. Well, that is the way to start today's episode off. A big win here at home, finally. Our first win at the Stadio Renzo Barbara in well over a month. Delighted with that, and what a great team display. And all 3 of our CMs were great today. Fantastic display. Well, that was an absolutely brilliant display. A really great win. First back-to-back wins in absolutely absolutely ages. And for Barella and Melagorni in particular, these two boys were absolutely great tonight. A goal and an assist each. They could both share man the match. I can't decide which goal I preferred more. You'll have to let me know in the comments which strike you thought was better. But both goals were sensational. And what a great win for Palermo. And so we should find out very shortly if Mergier is going to stay or leave the club. I'm fine with either, to be fair. If he leaves, we get $7.5 million for him. A decent cash injection and our biggest sale of the series so far. But if he stays, as Marston gets sold, if he stays, we've got a 75 rated midfielder that's, you know, been a really solid, consistent player in our team since the beginning of season 1. So either's totally fine with me. But we'll find out before the next game against Sassuolo. And we should probably find out here. No, we don't. Okay, fair enough. There's a loan offer for Melagorni, which of course we're going to reject from Empoli. And also, I did see a transfer over there for Icardi, as there's confirmation Marston goes for 150 grand. So that's good for us. But the bid for Icardi is from Crew. They want to take him for 125 grand. And right now, all of our players continue to reject moves. So with that in mind, we'll accept this bid for Icardi, but he'll probably end up staying. And I won't be surprised if Mergier stays as well. And there's also a loan offer here for Pinamonti. Perugia want to take him on a 1-year deal. This guy doesn't really play that much in our team. And whilst we don't have too much depth in the striker role, I'm not against letting him go out on loan if he wishes to do so. So I'll go ahead and accept that. But let's find out if Mergier's deal is going to go through. Should happen before the Sassuolo game, or at least you'd think so, with 3 more days before Sunday. So is he going to leave? Is he going to stay? Are we going to find out? No. Alessandro Mergier's transfer talks have broken down. And I've got to say, you know, I am happy that he's staying here in a way, because he is a decent player, but I will be honest, I much would have preferred the £7.5 million. So right now, we can't raise any money because we're agreeing to sell these players, but they don't want to leave the club. That's £7.5 million that sadly won't go into our budget. We need money. I won't try and deny it. I'm happy that he's staying here, but I would have much preferred the money, to be honest. But there's a sale right there. Icardi has gone to Crew for 125 grand, but the sale of him and the sale of Marston doesn't really get us much cash at all. The fees are so low. They're so small, they're not even worth considering, really. Even in an RTG career mode, we're not really going to be able to use that money to sign any players to replace them. We reject this bid for Fabio Gallo from Brescia as well. We're going to keep him here and not loan him out, as I plan to use him a bit more in the second half of the season. But yeah, I got to say, man, like I much would have preferred Mergier to leave and us get that 7.5 mil, because right now, there's just not enough money to make another signing in this January window. We don't need to, but I would like to. So second and final game, Sassuolo away from home, and with them right now just above the relegation zone, we got to fancy our chances of making it 3 wins from 3, back-to-back wins on the road as well, and getting another big victory here as we aim to break into the top 3 for the first time since we dropped out of it. And Mergier is back in the starting 11 as well, fresh and rejecting that move to Genoa, given a chance to prove his worth in the starting 11, back in the DM area, as Mandragora once again drops deeper to play CB alongside Bonifazi, and Mariani goes on the bench. Second and final game, Sassuolo away, let's get the 3 points. 23 minutes into the game, nothing's really gone on so far. Let's try and change that as Barella back heels to Mergier. Mergier, desperate to prove his worth, finds space to let fly from range. Oh, well, that would have proved his worth there. Good stop by Consigli as he turns behind for a corner, still 0-0. And Barella takes the corner as well, and it's dropped down, and Sassuolo clear. That was almost a wonderful goal there from Mergier, and I certainly would have been glad he stayed had that gone in. Calabria to Mergier, and Mergier has started off very well, to be fair to him. Finds Nicolo Barella through to Patrick Cutrone. Flag stayed down, went for the back heel shot, and it's deflected, and then Consigli dives on the loose ball, still 0-0. Well, to be fair, Mergier is trying to prove his worth here, and he started off well. A couple of good involvements early, but still 0-0. Thought Cutrone was offside for that moment there, hence why it took me by surprise. But here's Berardi down the right-hand side. Deep cross to the back stick. Calabria heads it away, and it will drop to Moise Keane. And now a chance on the break here. Keane finds Barella, and away goes Nicolo, the captain, storming forward. Aggressive run by Nicolo. What can he do? Barella bears down on goal and fires the ball into the back of the net. And if there's one CM that's never getting sold in this team, it's Nicolo Barella doing it once again. Sassuolo 0, Palermo 1, and this captain is a true leader. I absolutely love him. You made him captain, and you made the right call. He is absolutely fantastic. Gets around his man, continues his run into the area, puts his laces through the ball, and just levers it into the back of the net. 1-0 to lads from Sicily, and Barella's already got 5 goals for the season. Love the skipper. Mandragora, long ball to Keane. Can rack these points up here. Murgia looks for Lofaso, finds him. Great first touch. Lofaso tries to get away. Lofaso on the ball, dinks it over the goalkeeper with an absolutely sensational goal and wraps the points up. Simone Lofaso with a lovely chip makes it 2-0 to the lads from Sicily, and that is going to do it. Sassuolo 0, Palermo 2, and an assist for Murgia in his first game back in the team after rejecting Genoa. But let's be honest here, that was all about Lofaso. Lovely chest, lovely run, and an even better finish as he loops it over the goalkeeper and it nestles calmly into the back of the net. Sassuolo 0, Palermo 2, 3 wins in a row, back-to-back wins on the road, and maybe getting back into the top 3 as well. And there it is, final score, Sassuolo 0, Palermo 2, another great display from the lads from Sicily, and for the first time in ages as well, a clean sheet too. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise Murgia stayed in this team, because I have to admit, he played very well. I won't try and deny it, as we get the 2-0 win, and our defense in this game was really good as well. So maybe it was a good decision Murgia decided to reject that move to Genoa, because he protected the backline really well, and Rolando looks so much better in the centre-back role as well. I know that CM is his natural position, but I much prefer him playing in the centre-back role. He just seems so much better there. So Murgia, I think we'll give Murgia man of the match. He got an assist for the second goal and played quite well too, protecting our backline. And in the end, it just goes to show you that first team quality and players you trust, players you're familiar with, is more important than money. But that will end today's episode of the Club and Country series, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are of course very much appreciated, and they really help the channel out as well. Much love to each and every single one of you. Enjoy the Champions League football tonight, and I'll see you for the next episode of C and C very soon. Bye.